Alright, welcome back everyone. Welcome to Stu Reviews Replays. Today we're looking at Fistbang playing his Object 260. Do I freak him? I do. Here we go. Alright, so looking at the matchup, there's an enemy platoon of mediums on the enemy team, a few TDs, and some 4 heavy tanks. We're on Ensk, and we're going to be playing in the middle in our 260 today. We have a 907, a Chieftain, and a TVP coming with us, which is not a lot considering the amount and the types of heavy tanks on the enemy team. A 60 TP and a S-Conk are not to be trifled with a TVP and a 907. So we're playing this position from the north side, which is actually a very unusual play that I have not seen. Let's see how it works out. So we see a 277 here. Just looking at the map again, we see not a whole lot of information yet. Not a lot of tanks have been spotted. It looks like that platoon of 430Us is on that 1-2 line, so that's something to watch out for. Right now we're looking, got hit by Artie. We spotted an E3, he's over there, he's giving us his side, easy shot of damage. Check the angles again, notice that the 113 is actually poking his turret up there so we can get a shot. Nothing else is looking at us, so poke out, aim it in, take the shot. 60 TP just poked out, we narrowly got that shot in and escaped. Artie hits us for 200, we don't care. We'll let the stun expire. The E3 and the 277, we have an E100 finally with us, so they're not pushing too aggressively. The S-Conk is poking out here, and it's side on, which is a very interesting way to play your tank, I'll say. We have a nice hull down against him, so it's good for us. S-Conk, even after getting shot, is still side on to us, so we give him another good shot of damage. Checking our angles again, we notice that the 430 and the TVP out on the 2 line are pushing out. One of them gets 4K5, so that's good for us. We see a Wheezy here. Poke out again. We see S-Conk's gone, but right here, I'm going to pause it. Notice that 329 number right in the middle of your screen? That means we can pen it with this heat, which gives us 340. I'm not sure if you have intuition on this tank, but that is a shot we could have taken. Looking around again because we're not penetrating the Wheezy. This 113 still playing that same position. The 60 TP is also poking around, and again, this is a situation where we should have probably had heat loaded. We managed to penetrate anyway on his driver's hatch, which is good. Looking at the map again, the TVP and 430 have cleared out the 1-2 line, so that's going to be a threat. We had a clear shot at what looks to be the top of his turret that turned green for a hot second there, but we didn't take the shot and we took one for it, the worst case scenario. And now the E3 is poking around on the E100 and we haven't noticed it yet. We're still looking at the 60 TP. Here we go, after about 10 seconds, we finally look towards the E3, but he's already backed off. So now we're watching this angle. The 60 TP poked out and shot the E100, but he did take a full clip from our friendly TVPs who have been pushing in. The E3's been poking out. Again, we don't take a shot we should have. We had a free shot on his side. We still have it here. But instead we shoot for a much riskier shot afterwards, where we shoot his lower plate. Looking around again, TVP and 430 are still making progress. That 4K5 is going to die to them fairly soon here. But the Wheezy and the E3 are poking now. We get another opportunity on the side of the E3 that we don't take again. Luckily we pen the lower plate this time, and the Wheezy decides he's going to face hug an E100. TVP is clipping on the Wheezy. He has one more shot. We kill the Wheezy as well. He tries to pen the E3's cupola, doesn't go so well. Our team is currently winning the south of the map. They pushed out from 990 and into the city and won that for us, which is very good. Now we're trying to poke against this E3. I personally would side scrape because you do have that little bit of hull down. If you are able to bait him into shooting your upper plate at a good angle, you might be able to put a shot and kill him. There's also the chance that HE could kill him, but right now there's not much to do. Our team is trying to push out the south. It's tricky though because we left the Leo alive on that 0 line. We don't know where he is. And then we find out the E3 pushed up into us and he gets 4K5, so we're good there. At this point, I would try to push onto the 277, although we have to be aware of that TVP back there. And we see actually that he has a good position on us. So we're trying to drive around through the river. The only problem is that on that K line is going to be sitting a Manticore and a TVP. Possibly the Leo if he rotated out before we spotted him. So we managed to get up towards the 277. The TVP's shooting us. We bounce a shot because we're of an awkward angle. The TVP's pushing in. We're trying to push in. We don't want to push our TVP friend, but we are actually just pushing our TVP friend out into the open basically. A little bit of griefing there. We finally poke out, finally put a shot into the 277. We still know that the TVP's back there and he's going to be off reload real soon, so we need to kill this 277 and get back. Unfortunately, we take a hit. We're backing out. That's good. But the TVP's clipping our TVP now. Notice, everything's lit. TVP clipped. Well, that was awkward. TVP did not, in fact, fully clip. And right here, this is a terrible spot to be in, because you weren't already lighting the TVP when he was shooting you. You're not going to light him now. Check the 50B's hit points. He's a one-shot. What other options do we have? We have a TVP friendly who has HP. They're pushing onto that direction. I personally would try to, just aim. Like here. There's the TVP. Do we get a shot? No, he's behind a thing. We have heat loaded. We miss it. If we had APCR loaded there, we could have shot through the truck, no problem. And now, our job is to look for that TVP. I wouldn't go this angle personally. I would go, through the buildings right here in this area. But actually, we do get a shot on the GW100. We're still loading heat for some reason though. There's nothing that requires heat here, and the APCR just has faster velocity, so it'll be better. We know that the TVP is still in north because he hasn't pushed on the Arty, and he hasn't come back to face the TVP. 50B just dies to the Manticore. Let's not forget that there's still a Leo. And as of this moment, we don't have any HP. It's a tough situation. Personally, I would try and get back onto the A line where the friendly TVP is going, because that Manticore is on full HP and he's going to be pushing that 9-0 trying to get the Arty out. But instead, we're just kind of sitting here doing nothing. We feel like we don't know what to do. We call for the TVP's help, but he correctly assumes that the A-line needs defending, and we're not there to help him, so he clips out both of them. And at this point, there's not a lot to do. They have the advantage here. The friendly TVP is going towards their cap circle. However, you still need to defend your own cap, and against 3 tanks that you can't one-shot, you're gonna die. And the Manticore actually wasn't pushing the 9-0, he actually waited and got the TVP out. So really unfortunate there. And at this point, there's not much chance of us doing anything. So we're trying to push down the 4-5 line. If we get a high roll on the TVP, there's a chance we can kill him. But the problem is, we either have to bounce 2-3 shots from the Leo, or get those shots while we're unspotted and he's not, which in a 260 is not the easiest thing in the world. This maneuver, however, is very questionable because we know that TVP was looking towards the 9-0. If he's still there, you're going to get outlit when he comes back towards the base from A6. And you're still, if we go outside of free cam mode, we see the bushes out there, so we are actually not covered up because our front is eking out from these A6 bushes over here. But it looks like we're moving away from this position and into the bushes over here. Now it's just a waiting game. Where will the Manticore, the Leo, and the TVP show up? Is the Leo even alive? And we get outspotted by the TVP in A6. He bounces 2, he bounces 3, he bounces all 4. But the Leo doesn't bounce. The Leo is not, in fact, AFK. He is, in fact, trying to kill us. And so that's the game over. So there was a lot in this replay. A lot. In this city fight against that E3, there were a lot of mistakes. He could have died a lot sooner. We pushed out to try and kill a 277. We took a lot of damage from that TVP, and our friendly TVP just got absolutely annihilated for almost all of his HP trying to clip out that 277 and get safe. And it did not help that we were pushing him out actively to try and get this shot. Our team not clearing this Leopard actually was a big mistake. They did win the city, but this Leo at the end of the game probably won them the game. The TVP's also pushing towards the K line was a very interesting move, because that Leo, if he was still over here, could have put a lot of shots into them. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't look at the post-battle results, and I'm not going to. But yeah, very chaotic match here. A lot of moving around. You know, just trying to play in the city at first. We took an unnecessary shot from the 60 TP. And then we took some unnecessary damage against that TVP. There were some opportunities, but not a lot. The biggest mistake was not going with the TVP back towards the A line. Because if you do that, you can just rush him as he clips out the arty, and he doesn't kill your friendly TVP, you kill him, and suddenly you have, what, a 3-on-2 instead of a 1-on-3. So, that'll conclude this replay review. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.